Hello everyone, good morning once again, and all of you please listen to me carefully. When you start hearing these videos and lectures, make sure that you start using headphone. And without using headphone, if you start listening, you will definitely lose interest because this is the video which is not recorded with a hi-fi technology. Please make sure you understand that. And the second important thing is the material which is being posted in WhatsApp groups of our institution, either by me or by Devi sir, is very important from the examination point of view. We are not trying to dump every information which is there in the syllabus. We are trying to filter it out, and we are doing a lot of work on that. You might be thinking that we are just copying and pasting from somewhere. It is not so. We are trying to trim the material according to the needs and requirements of you people and posting it across. So therefore, please create a file of the entire information of this material, whichever is being posted either by me or by Devi sir, and later on take a printout once the lockdown is eased out, and start reading that material. But whatever is being posted, my sincere request, please stay motivated, and no matter what happens outside, that keeps happening, that was destined to happen, you must continue reading and preparing for your examination. And whatever material that is being posted, don't take it light. Otherwise, you do one thing. If I'm in your place, what do? So much of material I could see today is being posted on our WhatsApp group. So you take a book and maintain a book and write a note so that writing practice will continue, because otherwise you don't write at all. If you don't write at all, clearing prelims, it does not mean that we will fail in mains. You have to clear mains also. If you want to clear mains, you have to write every day. Please do that. Let's quickly get into today's concept. The concept of helicopter money and quantitative easing. Recently, Telangana Chief Minister was speaking. While he was speaking at the press conference or press meet, he was mentioning about this concept, and everybody got started thinking that, oh, government is going to distribute money through helicopters. Guys, most of the concepts in economics, they are not what they look like. They're not as they look. Okay, so there's a lot of other meanings. Before you start reading this, you need to first understand the concept of monetary policy. What is this monetary policy? Monetary policy is basically a policy which is implemented by central government once in a year or twice in a year to control money supply. Sometimes money supply may be increased to ensure that there is a creation of aggregate demand. Sometimes money supply may be controlled. So generally, monetary policy is meant for controlling inflation, whereas fiscal policy is meant for controlling or increasing aggregate demand. I repeat, monetary policy is generally for controlling inflation, whereas fiscal policy is generally for controlling or increasing aggregate demand. So what we need when the economy is in recession, what we need when the economy is in recession, we need to increase aggregate demand. If you want to increase aggregate demand, which in other words clearly means you need to make people spend a lot of money on goods, so thereby economic growth and production and employment and output will increase. So when there's a recession, there's a downfall in the economy, all the economic variables are falling. So it's like this. What is this helicopter money? The basic definition is helicopter money is a word that has come from a concept where through helicopter we distribute goods in times of need. You must have heard in many situations when there are natural calamities like cyclones, earthquakes, famines, when government cannot reach out to the people immediately, and areas are completely disconnected from regular cities and all. So governments keep distributing essential commodities through helicopter. That is a different story. But here, helicopter money means not exactly distributing money through helicopter, but distributing money to the public directly when the economy is in recession, which means economy is in downfall situation, or when the interest rates in the market are completely zero or very less. Understand like this. There are two people basically here. Number one, public. Number two, financial institutions. If I want to distribute money to public, there are two routes. One route is directly giving money to public. Like recently, state government started depositing money to poor people into their bank accounts, like 1500 rupees or 1000 rupees to purchase essential commodities. Just like that, there are different ways to distribute money to the public so that they will start purchasing, their economic activity will not stop, and thereby production in the economy will not stop, so on and so forth. So there are two ways to give money to public. One thing, hand over the money directly to them. Second thing is give money to financial institutions so that financial institutions will give money to public in the form of loans, etc. When I'm directly distributing money to public, that can be called as helicopter money. When I'm giving money to financial institutions, and in turn financial institutions lend that money to public at a lower rate of interest, that is quantitative easing. I hope you're clear with this. So look at this now. Third line is when the interest rates are low. So when the interest rates are low, banks lending will decrease. Suppose I'm a bank, I wish to lend money. Why do I want to lend money? I want to lend money because I want to make profit. When can I make a profit? When the interest rates are more from the banking perspective. Am I clear? So banks will be reluctant to lend money when the interest rates are less or zero. Since banks are not lending money and public do not have money, then eventually it leads to decrease in aggregate demand. When aggregate demand is decreasing, then automatically economic growth decreases. So instead, we directly pump money into the hands of public. Where this money is coming from? This money is coming from printing that is done by central bank. Alright? There are two concepts. So history. For the first time it was thought of in 2016. For the first time it was thought of in 2016, and Bank of Japan, European Central Bank of Japan and European Central Bank, Bank of Japan and European Central Bank reduced their interest rates to such a low level, so that banks will not hoard money and banks will give money to consumers so that economic growth will start. IMF recently has projected, that means 2-3 years before, projected very clearly that there's going to be less economic growth across the globe that leads to a lot of financial crisis. So therefore governments have to look for other alternatives to pump money into the market and increase aggregate demand. Alright, that is one small brief history. What is this helicopter money? As I told you, it's very unconventional monetary policy. I repeat, very unconventional monetary policy. If central banks have decided to pump money into the market and increase aggregate demand and stimulate economic growth when the interest rates are very low, the best option is to hand over the money to the public directly by printing. So the last point, if you could see, it involves central bank or central government supply large amounts of money to the public as if money was being distributed or scattered from helicopter. It does not mean it is being distributed through helicopter from the sky. It means that the money is being distributed through different channels. Nowadays it could be direct cash distribution, or it could be money transfer, whatever it is. Clear? The next one, what is quantitative easing? So I hope helicopter money is clear, right? Next, quantitative. I told you, if you want public to have more money so that they will go to markets and demand goods and services, thereby it will increase aggregate demand and thereby economic growth, output, employment, etc. The best option sometimes, as against helicopter money where we hand over money to the public directly, here we hand over the money to financial institutions. When we hand over the money to financial institution, we will not simply distribute. We will try to purchase securities which are with them. So it's like central bank is purchasing financial securities from the market. When central bank is purchasing a bond from the market, paper goes to central bank and cash moves towards banks. So where is the cash now flowing from? Reserve Bank of India. Where is it going to? Commercial banks. What commercial banks in return they are giving it to central bank? Financial securities. Everybody, so it is distribution of wealth. So here also government, so both the cases, one thing you understand, both the cases there is printing of money, both the cases there is increase in money supply, and this increase in money supply in quantitative easing is not directly to the public, but it is through this one. So in this case what happens, interest rates will decrease when the money is there with the people, and you expect people to borrow money, right? If you don't if you expect people to borrow money, obviously interest rates have to be decreased. Here interest rates are decreased by central bank deliberately. Previous case interest rates were already lower, banks were reluctant, so we want people to get money directly from the government or central bank. Alright, so both the cases, if you understand, one route is directly to the public, one route is through financial institutions. In both the cases, two very similar things. We are printing money and we are increasing money supply. Alright, this is very uh, uncommon kind of policies. So what are the benefits? Benefits are very simple. If you look at all, the first one, if you could see, it generates demand definitely. So the people's purchasing power will increase and the demand for goods and services will increase. Yes, and but one important thing is the money which I received as a public. Suppose if government has given you 1,000 rupees, is it sure that you're going to spend 1,000 rupees in the market? There is no guarantee. People are very smart. Sometimes they save 200 rupees in the bank and 800 rupees they might spend. There is a possibility, right? If in case the money which is being distributed in the form of helicopter money goes in the form of savings, nothing happens because the banks are receiving it back again, the same thing. But whether demand increases or decreases is dependent on how much of money is actually utilized for consumption. All right, so the basic advantage is you know increasing demand, and if in case demand is not increasing, at least savings will increase and the money supply with the banks will increase. In other words, in whichever way, suppose if the savings are increased, money goes to bank and banks will start lending money, right? If they are not saving, they are spending, then obviously demand for goods and services will increase. Business people need not go to banks and they will have profit because they have a lot of demand for their goods and services, right? What is the risk of helicopter money? Obviously, what happens? More money supply. The traditional economic theory always tells you when there's an increase in money supply by printing of currency. You must have studied this in deficit financing concept. Automatically, what happens? The money value decreases. So, currency value devaluation, in the sense, decrease in the value of currency will definitely take place because obviously more supply leads to less value. This is one thing, and this will have a great impact on our international trade as well. So, what are the advantages of quantitative easing? In quantitative easing, what are we doing? We are providing capital to financial institutions, first point, right? So, we wanted to increase liquidity with the banks so that banks will try to lend money at a lower rate of interest to public, so the cost of borrowing will decrease. So, people find it very easy to borrow money from the banks. And see, when central government distributes money, how much of money central government can distribute? It cannot distribute to crores, lakhs, and thousands, right? Whereas when financial institutions are lending money, that will be different. And the next important thing is the use of the newly printed money. Government has printed money, and government has purchased securities from the market, right? And increases the size of bank reserves, obviously, so the liquidity with the banks will increase and banks will be self-sufficient to lend money to public. So basically it encourages banks to lend more money at a lower rate of interest that ultimately leads to increase in consumer spending. All right, then how helicopter money concept is implemented. So when I distribute money, sometimes you might think that only cash is being distributed. Please do understand, there might be many things that people would like to buy. Instead of making people to buy, central government will pay that money. If people are supposed to pay taxes and central government will not collect that money, so the money which is supposed to be paid by you is actually exempted, which means money is given to you, right? And it happens like most of the essential commodities government will distribute free of cost. So 1,000 rupees that you're supposed to spend on essential commodities, you're not spending now because government is giving money. So it can happen. And second thing is the government can issue new bonds. When government issues new bonds, what happens? Interest rates will be earned. That money also can be distributed in turn to the public. All right. So moreover, I mean, in all the cases, in both the cases, if you could see very clearly, helicopter money would provide consumers with money and theoretically shoot consumer spending. All right. So both things are mainly meant or aiming at increasing aggregate demand. But in the quantitative easing, we distribute money through financial institutions, whereby financial institutions will decrease rate of interest so that public will borrow money and spend money outside. Whereas in helicopter money, whereas in helicopter money, what happens? Money is being distributed either by the central bank or by the central government directly to the public. When the economy is in recession or when the interest rates are low, banks might be reluctant to lend money to the public. So that job, which is is taken up by central government in terms of handing over money to public. So ultimately, both the concepts are meant for sustaining economic growth, retaining economic growth, stimulating economic growth. Economic growth happens only when the economic activities are continuous. If economic activities are not continuous, economic growth will be stagnant. So the need of the hour is basically to stimulate the economy. To stimulate the economy, you need people spend money. To spend money, they need money. If they need money, these are the two important monetary policies which are normally being followed. I hope you understood this. Just go through this. If still there are any doubts, please do let me know. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.